Question and answers.
Our first one.
Our very first Q&A video.
I'm excited. In no particular order, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Agus Zucka asks, how old are you guys? And what's the top 3 countries you want to visit? My top 3 countries would be Japan, North Africa, like Tunisia or Morocco, and then probably somewhere like Cape Verde.
I'm Alex, I'm 27 years old, and my top 3 countries would be Bhutan, India, and maybe Madagascar.
Nice choice. We both chose islands off Africa. If you could go back in time, where would you travel to and when? All right, so the movie Midnight in Paris is amazing. It expresses my sentiment on this subject almost perfectly. I would like to go back to a more romantic time, but it probably would have very bad healthcare and all that sort of stuff. I would say though that like the 30s would be cool, like the
The Great Depression, so romantic.
No, like the 1920s, 1930s, I really do identify with kind of that lost generation that was living in Paris, like the Hemingways and the whole thing like that was in the movie.
So 1930s? I was born on March 15th. For those of you who know your ancient Roman history, it's the Ides of March, which was the day Julius Caesar was assassinated. I would like to go back in time before then and maybe see what Imperial Rome was like.
The Baker's Journey asks us, how long did it take you guys to edit each day when you're doing daily vlogs? And do you split the edit work or spread it through the day, stay up late?
I do most of the editing work. I am comfortable saying that each one of the videos that we do takes about a full day.
Yeah.
Or maybe even longer.
Alex is gonna be doing the work that's starting after it finishes, and I'll be doing the stuff like before it, so.
Pre-production.
Yeah, pre-production, post-production. So the planning, structuring the days so that they make sense when we actually make a video. That's kind of the stuff I'm doing, the booking, the travel stuff, and the business side. So we kind of split the work like that. Alex is definitely the master filmmaker and editor.
And you keep everything moving and on the roll.
Okay, Lewis Hopkins asks a great question. What's it like to be constantly with each other? Do you argue a lot?
Oh my God.
You want to see what it's like?
It's not that violent. It's not that violent. It used to be. Let's be honest. We've had a couple of like violent moments, but
I do have bite marks at 1 point or 2 points on my body.
And I have very sharp teeth. But we've kind of grown out of that stage now, and to tell you the truth, bro,
alcohol
traveling.
Did help. Oh, yeah.
No, alcohol did not help. Traveling with you has been a really awesome experience, and I feel blessed to have been able to like explore the globe with my bro.
Before we started traveling together, I had been doing solo traveling for a long time, and we hadn't lived together in 8 years. And when we first teamed up, I remember very distinctly Alex was just sitting there going, "This is just not gonna work.
This is not gonna happen."
But we had the idea that like we are so different as brothers that if we combined together, we would kind of complement each other's personalities.
Like yin and yang.
Yin and yang, and just come up with that sort of balanced approach to seeing a country and making a video. Related question from the Gamer Life 210, Gamer for Life 210. What are your main issues with constant travel, such as homesickness, illness, etc.? Fitness is definitely hard.
Fitness is the hardest.
Especially when we are eating like we have been in the last couple of videos.
So next question is from Quips, Tips, and Road Trips.
Nice name.
Had you been making videos before the BBB contest? If so, how did you start your filmmaking career?
So we have different backgrounds. I was doing travel writing, guidebook writing, freelance writing, and then we teamed up.
Pretty much, long story short, we lived in Spain for a couple of years and taught English through a really cool program which we've spoken about in our How to Study Abroad video.
Auxiliares de conversación.
That's right. And during that time, we had a large amount of free time.
12 hours of work per week is what he means.
Yes, and during my free time, I started experimenting with video, got invited on to a documentary film trip to go to Ecuador looking for lost ink and gold, and that kind of just started, at least for me, the whole idea of travel, exploration, and storytelling.
He's the one who started with video most. Like he got a GoPro and duct taped it onto a stick.
Before selfie sticks existed, I had a GoPro
broomstick.
on a broomstick, a broken broomstick.
And so like I was watching from the sidelines, like, that's pretty good, bro, but we need to put some structure in these stories, and that's kind of how we started teaming up. And that was in 2012, fall of 2012. So we dedicated every day to making videos, filmed on the weekends, edited during the weeknights. And after 6 months came the BBB contest. We found it on a tweet on Twitter.
Long story short, we won that, traveled around the world for 6 months, made a 50 video web series. That channel is also on a playlist called The Biggest Baddest Bucket List playlist on our channel, so go watch those if you haven't.
And then we launched our own channel after that, and that's where we are.
And that's what you're watching this video on. Next question, Abby Kaut. What is the most unusual food you have eaten and enjoyed?
Bugs are great. Bugs, fried crickets, they're actually really tasty. And the United Nations has recommended fried bugs as an excellent source of protein that's low impact on the environment and really cheap to manufacture. So
tastes like a bag of potato chips.
It does, but it's not greasy. It's healthy.
It just has legs and wings
But everything's fried up. All the guts are fried up, and you can just pop them in your mouth like Cheetos.
The worst thing I have eaten is mare's milk. Female horse milk. So bad.
Sour.
So bad. It was disgusting, dude. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. No.
Did you guys go to uni? What did you study? Yes, we are both college educated. I went to UCLA and studied economics and political science.
And I went to University of California, Santa Barbara.
Oh.
And I studied history and cultural anthropology. If you have the opportunity to go to university, do it and learn things that you're passionate about.
I think a lot of people have had success on YouTube without going to college, and I think that's really admirable. You definitely don't need to go to college to do certain paths, career paths. I do feel that our education gave us a really good background for interpreting the world. The two of us have 4 degrees. I mean, I think that you can really, when you go to a new place, nothing's super out of context. We use them every day. Maybe I'm not an economist or a political scientist, but those are prisms of understanding the world, and they help make our videos how they are. Alejandro Garcia 17 asks us, are you going to get a new drone?
We got one.
First thing we did when we crashed is bought a new one.
Not first thing, but like a week later. It's an essential tool for our videos, and we really think that the aerial adds so much to being able to visually show a destination. So let us know if you guys enjoy that. We're trying to integrate more aerial clips wherever we can. Next question is from Film Girl. How has traveling given your intake on the world rather than what you learned in college? I think you're asking, has it given us a different perspective? And I would have to answer most certainly yes. Traveling gives you knowledge that you cannot get in books. And there's no matter how much you can research beforehand, when you go to a place and you meet the people who live there and you feel a destination, that can teach you so much.
I think that in my experience when I graduated college, I was really bookish. I wanted to study the world. I thought that there was like this absolute truth that you could just get to by memorizing everything. And then when I went to India, that was my first job after college, was working in India in economic development, and it really just turned all of my preconceived ideas on its head and showed me that, you know, direct experience is the best way to learn from something. There is no such thing as absolute truth. Just the more different perspectives that you can get, the better. And that's what travel does. So one question many people asked us was like how we pay for travel, where we make money, and to be transparent with you guys, like we work with tourism organizations. They help us put together the itineraries, they pay for the cost of travel, and they compensate us for our time. So that's why if we say go check them out, usually they have really great Instagram feeds. They've got tons of information about whatever destination.
Especially if you're trying to do the research on a destination. If you see one of our videos and it's been sponsored by a tourism board and we're saying, hey, go check out this tourism board, it's because we want to help you guys get the information that you need to like truly enjoy a destination. Because like we said, our videos can only show you so much. It's more like trying to kickstart your inspiration to get you out there to go experience it for yourself. Last question is from Brianna Gillenders, heaps of love from New Zealand. Kia ora, Brianna. She asks, do you know any other languages? Yes, we both are fluent in Spanish. I speak a little bit of Portuguese, but it's pretty bad.
I speak some French and some like Italian, but basically we speak Latin kind of languages we can get around pretty well. I think that we'd love to learn other languages. I want to learn Chinese and Arabic. Would be really cool. They're really hard though. We definitely encourage you guys to learn as many different languages as you can. They help you communicate with more people, get more experiences, share perspectives, and that's what travel's all about.
So guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Vagabrothers if you haven't already. In the meantime, stay curious, keep exploring, and we'll see you guys
on the road. What he said.
Peace.